Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Urban Woman Tarot. So I'm going to be doing a general reading using the magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. And then if we need clarification, I'm going to use my Morgan Greer Tarot for that. This is going to be a general reading for all signs. If you want a reading of your own like this, then they are $25. They're $25. You can message me at my email address, which is also my PayPal, Folk, F-U-L-K, Angela, and the number 2, so folkangela2 at gmail.com. On PayPal, it is The Urban Woman NC, as in like North Carolina. So you'll send payment through there. You'll also have same day service. Like right now, you could.
The sound of meat on the grill is music to our ears.
Lord.
And days like today call for an encore. So
Right now, you can get one within a few hours. So if you're like in need of an emergency. I also have other decks that you could use, like the Romance Angels, the Goddess Oracle deck, the Flower Therapy deck, the Soul's Journey deck. I have a picture somewhere on my Facebook page, The Urban Woman Tarot, where you can look to see what decks I have. So you can choose any deck and get a 10-card Celtic cross spread like this with clarifiers. Is $25. Alright, so I did do a general reading a few days ago. It's posted on the Facebook and YouTube channel. My music was too loud, so feel free to listen to it. But yes, the music is a little too loud. So alright, so at the moment there are synchronicities popping up for you. This card says, like, your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So the universe, if you, like they say, I say all the time, ask and you shall receive. So if you've been asking questions and wondering about things, especially if you're having a conversation in your mind about your concerns or whatnot, or your manifestations, what's going on in the world, there are going to be signs, and those signs are really going to be dependent upon you. Me, for example, one of my signs is the dragonfly, and then here lately it's been the hummingbird. So yeah, like hummingbird. I had one fly up on my porch last week, and then I thought, okay, I've got to get the feed stuff, water stuff ready for the hummingbird. Well, then it came back, and I was like, man, I forgot to put the stuff out there. So I went ahead and made it, put it out, and then, you know, I laid on my couch for like, because you can see it right out my window. And for 2 days, I didn't see it, and then it showed up, and it was like one of those little magical events. So that there, because of the magic that I felt from it, that was like a universal synchronicity. You were going to know what these signs, you're going to know what they are. But also keep in mind too, like some people, if you're not looking for them, you won't see them. It's like, for those who don't believe in magic, will never find it. I mean, you can't have a magical life if you don't believe that magic can happen or magic exists. So if you are one of those that haven't been noticing the signs, or your awareness isn't there, all you gotta do is start implementing like a habit, a pattern, whatever works for you. find a niche, find something that works, and use it so that you can start training yourself to look for these things. The Native Americans say that anytime an animal presents itself to you, it's bringing with it a medicine. So if there are animals coming to you, like right now, with where I am, right now I could be seeing cardinals, or I'm sorry, right now I am seeing cardinals, and I'm seeing the red one. So that to me, I know is my grandfather. So if you're seeing cardinals, then those are grandparents. More than likely, those are grandparents. But they could also be, someone else. If you have a bird that's coming to you and it's the same bird and it continuously comes to you, then that's a message from a passed on loved one. If you're finding coins laying around, those are messages from passed on loved ones. If you're finding feathers, those are messages from angels. If you're seeing rabbits is all about fear. Like calling in your fear. Don't call your fears to you. Because a lot of times when we get too much, when we start getting in that spiral of going into fear, it's not bad in the beginning, but if you keep meddling there, it continues to grow and grow, and you will actually create fears in your mind, and if you don't stop yourself and backtrack, you'll be in a hole, and then it's almost like it's too late. So if you see deer, that's all about gentleness. If you're seeing snakes, that's about transmutation. If you have these animals that like come to you in your dreams, or if you are seeing them like on a synchronistic level, then, and you don't know what it means, feel free to message me through the YouTube channel or the Facebook page. I'll send you the information. I'll take a picture of what it says in the book, because I have a medicine book, and I can send the info to you so you can read what exactly it's saying for you. Now, I also have medicine cards, so if you're not seeing any, but you want to know what medicine like the universe has for you at this time, message me. They're $5. I'll send you the card. I'll pull that card for you and let you know what the medicine is, and that'll give you a broader perspective on what the universe is trying to get your attention on, or how you need to move forward, or maybe even what you need to be aware of that you can't quite see. So but anywho, so a lot of this is coming up. You're looking for it. It's happening. This could be like a matter of a day or two, or a week even. The challenge here, faith. Okay. So you may have lost faith in whatever happened here in the past, and we'll get to that in a minute. This whole like time that we're in, this pandemic and all this shit, it has put a damper on your faith. So the thing is like, whatever you have to do to renew your faith, to start working on it, because faith without works is dead. Like, you can have faith in something, and that means that you believe in it, you have hope in it, you know it's there. But if you don't continue, like with these synchronistic events, like it says here, notice them in order to increase their flow. If you don't start putting energy into them, putting energy into your faith, then it dies. Like, you have to work on it on a daily basis. So anywho, these synchronicities that are popping up, if you're starting to notice them, they could start a spark of creating a renewed sense of faith within you. All of this is happening because of some decisions either that you have made or have not made. Keep in mind that not making a decision is also a decision, and that can create indecision. So feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So you could be feeling blocked, could be feeling challenged. You're not exactly sure which way to go or what to do, and that's because you need to stop, slow down, take some time out. What are things that you did once in the past that you can implement now that, like, for example, a long time ago, I used to have the strongest faith. I still have faith, but my spirituality, a part of my spirituality has somewhat dampened. And it's been like this for a few years. So, with that being said, last night I sat down because I felt kind of numb and void all day yesterday. And a friend of mine called to check on me, and it helped me get out of it. But then I was like, I really need to start looking at where this is coming from. And I said, to myself, why not look back into like 4 or 5 years? Like, when was my faith so big? And I went back to that time period in my life and all the things that I did. And I got this huge sense of joy and love at looking at myself from that time period and how, I don't know, how innocent and real and raw that I was. So I looked at what I did then to help that, and it's like, well, now, how can I may not want to do the same things I did then, but how can I take those things, because, we're in a different time, how can I take those subjects, those things that I did, and tweak them so that they fit now? And then how can I implement a plan to go forward with those on a daily practice or every few days, whatever? How can I implement that now? And that could be the thing that's going to help you with whatever is going on now for you. Now, this decision, I'm going to do the clarifiers on this decision at the end. So let's see. In the past, alright, so we have alchemy. So in the past, you had the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So in the past, it looks like things were moving forward for you. Things were coming through. We were moving. We were flowing. Looks like finances were really good. Our dreams and desires were right on point. Everything was going good. Now it's like there's a little bit of a stuckness. Okay, so right now you need to set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Lord. Okay, so this, your standards, your self-worth, it could very well be affected right now by the situation that's going on. But the thing here is like, don't settle for less. Don't settle for what you don't feel like is at your best interest, or that you're not like good enough, because you are good enough. And trust me, that there have been times when I had to do stuff and I didn't feel like I was good enough, and I put on the attitude of fake it till you make it. And sometimes that's how you gotta roll. If it gets the job done, you do what you gotta do. But right now, I just want to say, she's reaching up to that Merkaba. Now, the Merkaba, you could call upon Archangel Sandalphon or Archangel Metatron. So if you feel like you may not, with this card, the synchronicity card, if you're having trouble figuring out or discovering, and you know, this could also be discovering what your heart's desires, your wishes are, okay, because there are stars up here. If you're having a hard time figuring out what they are, call upon Sandalphon or Metatron, because they're the ones that give out the psychic downloads. And I mean, she's reaching for that one, and then there's rays of like information and light coming from them. Alright, so in the future, what we're moving into, we have pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So wherever this is leading you to, there's going to be something about you needing to be, and I could definitely see that it could be having to do with these synchronicities. Don't allow yourself to get too bogged down with, worry or fear, but also your successes, your victories, that you neglect to still have faith or still notice the signs. Now also too, this whole like period that we're in right now, because we have a new moon coming up here in the next day or two. Next month we've got Mercury retrograde. We also have a full moon, a new moon, like a solar and a lunar eclipse. So there's going to be a lot going on between now and next month. So the things like with solar and lunar eclipses, like they bring, they either eclipse things in or they eclipse things out. So it could be that your intuition, your mind's eye, your third eye, that intuition, your inner knowing, your faith could be so on point that you are noticing the signs. And then also too, these signs that the universe sends you could also be what helps to strengthen your faith. Your advice is playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestation. So it is time to play. And being in that joyous, playful nature does help to bring in, it helps to remove blockages within your aura or etheric field, so that you can manifest miracles quickly, faster. In your environment, okay? There's break free. So try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. So there are things in your environment that are going to be breaking. You may see friends that could be involved in this situation, like this whole part here, where they're breaking free from things that held them back. You can see that whatever in your environment has been causing you conflict, you're now going to be breaking free from that. So, and if you're not noticing it within the universe, this could also be something that you need to do within. Like break free from the things that hold you back. Alright, so hopes and fears. We have mother healing. As your feelings toward your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So there are hopes and fears about this. With mother healing, if you feel you yourself have issues with your mom, I have some issues as well, okay? You have hopes that these issues can be healed. Now, this could be like with your mom who is physically alive, or with your mom who is passed on. This could also be a grandmother. This could be an aunt. So whatever woman that's older than you in your life that you have been maybe struggling with. She could even be involved in this. You have hopes that there will be healing. As long as you have hope that there's healing, then there will be healing. So it looks as though that like some woman has an effect on what's going on here. Our outcome. We have the yes card. So your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So whatever it is that either you're working toward or whatever questions you may be asking, there is a yes, which is nice. So I always look at the bottom 3 because they are, I feel like, extra messages. We have explore your options, simplify your life, soulmate relationship. So during this time period, because it's in the next 30 days, you're going to notice, like, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, okay? You, like, people that are meant to be in your life, that are coming to you by synchronicities, like, you could say to yourself, I need this here done, and then you go to the gas station like 3 days later, and it's like, there's a person there that you know from the past. You're like, oh my gosh, how have you been? And he's like, well, I've been doing this and this and this. And you're like, oh my, I need that. I've been asking for someone to do that at my house. And then they're like, well, I can come by tomorrow and take a look at it. That's a synchronicity. That's one of them answer one of those questions that one of those things you've been asking for is receiving it. So it's like, this is the universe sending people here for you. This is like your manifestation, your miracle, things you've been asking for. People coming in to help fulfill that. Soulmates are people that come in for a short period of time, do a job, whether that be like on a physical level, work, or if that's like a relationship level. And then once like the contract's completed, they exit your life. So it's like a learning process. Simplify your life. This means like you need to declutter within yourself. If you don't know how to declutter within yourself, then start decluttering, your home, which could be like your closet, cabinets, wherever you got stuck, pent up energy. Start to simplify those things, because what you do within your house, your physical house that you live in, you will also do within yourself, your physical body. And then explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. So there are options out there for you if you will look for them. Now I'm going to clarify a few things here. I'm going to clarify this. Make a decision. Pay attention. And this yes card. Boy, I got tree frogs. Alright, so this make a decision. Alright, so the 5 of Swords, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Temperance. Alright, so you could need to make a decision around an earth sign. Okay? It could be that there was some pettiness that went on. Here, let me move this over here. So, this pettiness. The thing that I'm going to tell you, I don't like the 5 of Swords energy, because to me, it's the fuckery card. Okay? Like, this is where someone uses words for sure, but I mean, you can't win with them. Someone is sneaky. This is like the ultimate defeat. Okay? Also, somebody like is playing tricks. Somebody was not honest. This is like unbridled ambition, win at all cost, and sneakiness. Okay? So somebody here was for real up to no good. And for that matter, that person, whether this is you or the person you're dealing with, somebody was very, and it can be an earth sign, someone was overindulgent, excess, too much excess. They were greedy. Also, too, I see the King of Pentacles as someone, too, who would be like, who also drinks too much. And then with the Temperance card, there isn't any healing in this situation. Like, there's too much extreme, too much excess. There's a lack of balance and a lack of harmony here. So it may be that you need to make a decision about this person. Alright, so now I want to see, what is this what do you need to pay attention to? Okay. Alright, well, this is good. So, this Two of Swords, you could very well be torn or skeptical about something. This is like a stalemate, needing to make a decision. Okay? But the thing is, with it being in reverse, you're finally able to see. Like before, where there may have been, like maybe you felt you were blindfolded or you couldn't really see that clear. Now you're able to see that. You could also be noticing, like, when you know what your options are, then you could be at a point where you're choosing the lesser of two evils. Whether you're being, and maybe that's what you need to pay attention to, is like those two choices, because something at one point in time brought heartache. There is definitely some healing here. The Page of Pentacles, that could be something that you once thought that you were going to have a commitment with, where you once had a desire, you thought you were going to have a new adventure with someone, and maybe it just didn't go down that way. And yes, it brought some heartache, but now it's like there is healing in that heartache. Being able to finally remove the swords, the pain, this could be a missed opportunity with someone. But, you know, also with this card, it speaks about laziness and greed. So, and this is also that earth energy. So, it could be that, you know, the decision that needed to be made around this earth sign is something where you're not done with this person. I'll say that. Okay? Because they're showing up here in the future. But you could be, like, in the future seeing that, okay, especially if you set your sights higher, your standards, and you expect more for yourself, and you're deciding no longer to settle, then you know over here that yes, there is somewhat of a missed opportunity with someone, but there's no point in going back and doing it again because it's just brought heartache from the past. Now, also keep in mind that this person could be helping you to also heal from it, but it may be that you need to decide, and you may already know. You may figure out, you know, around this time period that this person is up to no good. Maybe they're not going to change, but you don't want to give it a go again. But maybe you have a conversation with them or something that helps you to make the ultimate final decision regarding them. But regardless, within that time period when that happens, if you'll pay attention to the signs and your inner guidance, you will receive the information you need to either make peace with it so that you can move forward with or without them. And then this yes card. Okay, so something's going to end. Could be a 3-party. Okay, well, so this is our second 3 because we also had it on this. So something's going to end. There is an ending here. It can be definitely an ending to a third-party situation, and it's going to bring you a new opportunity for something else. So if you decide to put an end to that situation with that person, then, you know, this is the yes. Like if you're wondering, should I leave this person? Then the answer is yes. If you're, you know, that person can be a boss, that person can be a friend, that person could be a boyfriend, it could be a husband. That person could also be a wife, a girlfriend, a mistress, your boss, whether she's female or not. So, you know, just take it how it resonates. Even if you are in a same-sex relationship. Because in this one, in these 2 cards, it showed up as a masculine. So it could be that this masculine had too many females around him, since there's 3. But regardless of the situation, it is time to put an end to it, and into this third-party shit. And with the end of the third-party stuff, you are still going to have like a celebratory moment. You're still going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of gratitude from this card as well. So you could be giving a whole shit ton of gratitude that you put an end to that situation. And I think, you know, down here where it says playing, like playtime, helps to create miracles and manifestations. It could be that, you know, this playtime here really helps you to see. Let me see if I can get this card up. Really helps you to see, this pay attention, that situation needed to end. And when that situation needs to end, not only will it bring you peace and comfort and joy and celebration, but it's also going to bring happiness, joy, and a new beginning with a new opportunity for something else. So it's like where this door closes, another door is going to open. Okay? So that's what I have for you. If you would like a reading like this, please feel free to reach out and message. And if you want to check out that other reading, I can definitely see how that other reading that I did where the music was too loud, it also, I feel like it's melding into this reading as well. So, you know, check it out. Keep in mind the music in the background is too loud, but if you can tolerate it, there is some messages. And you know what? I did give some deep spiritual messages in that reading. So I know that you can hear it because I went back and listened to it, but it's like, can you zone out the music? So completely up to you. But check it out. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you all again here soon. Take care and namaste.